welcome back. We're at Digital DNA in Glasgow. We are joined, well, I should say we. My name is Alastair Cameron. I'm from Starticus, and this is the Upstart Startup Zone at Digital DNA Glasgow. I am joined today by Eoghan Colgan, who is from Continulus. Eoghan, lovely to have you with us.
Lovely to be here. Thank you very much.
Oh, happy days. So, like, obviously, we were just chatting just before coming on there that you're obviously not from Scotland originally. So, obviously, like, tell us a little bit about the Scottish ecosystem itself. Like, do you feel like you know it well at this point? Have you lived here long enough to understand the tech sector here?
No, I'm learning. I'm a doctor by background,
Yep.
so I know the healthcare system quite well now.
Yep.
But I got into technology just in the last few years. I was trying to solve a problem I had in healthcare, which was education.
Okay.
Created a platform. Didn't realize I was starting a business, so probably didn't get into the ecosystem quickly enough. So I'm now growing that business and learning more about the ecosystem, which I should have known about a lot earlier.
No, Chris,
would have helped me a lot more
I can
quickly.
see Chris smiling in the background because he hates the word ecosystem. I try and mention it as much as physically possible for him. So, but it's important, isn't it? It's like, obviously, the more people you know, that's the point to an ecosystem, is the more connections you make, the better, obviously, your knowledge becomes, but also the better that people can share word on what you're doing and connect you with other people. So it's a great place.
100%.
And obviously, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Stirling, there seems to be good pockets. Hamilton, there seems to be good pockets of, obviously, startup activity. Certainly, obviously, from the universities as well, it seems to be kind of quite flourishing here as well. I was reading recently about Edinburgh and 40 million or something in investment through, obviously, the university there. So is that the way that you've gone, obviously, with the healthcare solution that you have? Have you gone through the university networks at all?
Do you know, we haven't. I think I'm here to learn a lot about what is possible.
Okay, good.
We're a global company. We went global very quickly because we're a mission-driven business. We're about helping doctors and nurses upskill all over the world, and it's about making it fair and inclusive for doctors and nurses in low and middle income countries. So actually, we didn't immediately look locally. We immediately, and we're much bigger in Australia, is actually our biggest market currently.
Amazing.
So we've kind of jumped maybe, and arguably maybe a little bit too far forward for the company that was the size and maybe lacked the experience that we had.
Well, give us your pitch on Continulus then, or Continulus. So, like, your education for the healthcare sector.
Yeah.
What does that mean in reality?
Yeah, so there's a spectrum of healthcare education from starting your training through to you're fully trained, but you're keeping yourself upskilled for the rest of your career.
Yeah.
That's the market we focus on, continuing professional development. That's something that was not well served, and access to high quality, world class, up-to-date knowledge is difficult. Typically was international conferencing. Only those that could afford to go got to access the world's experts. So we wanted to bring the world's experts online in a way that was fair and inclusive for everyone. Now, we started pre-COVID. The world has changed phenomenally since COVID. We were very unique before COVID hit. And we're just trying to navigate the very rapidly evolving world of online education.
I'm guessing, in a sense, and obviously this is not to celebrate it, but COVID certainly helped in terms of people's acceptability of being in an online space for education.
Unbelievably. We were primed to benefit massively from COVID. We didn't fully because I was doing it on my own. I was working in the hospital at the same time. I couldn't capitalize on the opportunities that came our way. And now we're trying to find investment to scale quickly to stay ahead of the curve.
Forgive me for asking, how much are you looking for ideally?
Somewhere between 1.5 to 3 million. We've got a couple of scenarios. 3 million would be ideal. We're looking to hire maybe 15 to 20 people. We've got too many opportunities that we can handle currently. But raising that amount of money is not always easy. So we're looking at another scenario of 1 to 1.5 million. We're on the EIE Investor Readiness Program currently, and that event is on October the 6th. So, and we have a lot of other possibilities in the investment world.
And obviously there's a panel on at 4:10 this afternoon, which obviously I'm emceeing, which is around raising investment in Scotland.
Brilliant.
So I'd love you to come to that. It's on stage one. The second point is, I'm guessing because you're so community based, have you considered like equity crowdfunding or like Crowdcube, Seeders, one of those type of platforms
Yes, we have. We haven't gone that far into it. We're in the process of building our community at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think once we've established that community, because we've got a great product, it's world class, and we've got a great social vision. So I think there's lots to get build a nice community around. And I think once we've done that, I think onward, I think crowdfunding would be a fantastic way forward. But it's trying to do something very quickly. We're just looking at other options right now.
No, happy days. And obviously Starticus has got great connections with investors. So in my head, I'm immediately thinking of a possibility. So certainly we should have a chat, obviously, maybe at the end of the event and see, obviously, how we can help you with that. And that's something that Starticus does, is that joining the dots process. Not just in Northern Ireland where we're based, but across the whole of the UK and Ireland. So I think there's a great potential there for you as well. 1.5 million is quite attainable as well. I'm guessing that's possibly quite a sweet spot, like the 1 to 1.5 million, obviously, for companies or investors as well at this point. The market has possibly changed slightly during the last kind of 6 months anyway. So have you had any experience of obviously hearing different stories within the investment sector, obviously, of how people are holding back on VC investments and stuff at the moment, or?
No, I'm lucky in some ways that I've got people connected to the business who are in the investment world, so they've probably taken on a little bit more of that than I know much about. But yeah, we've someone in the business who's from America, and it's a very different world there, and the money would be easier, I think, to attract. And so we're just navigating. We're looking to America now as well as a potential source of funding too. So keeping our options open, but just kind of still a lot.
Well, obviously playing on the Northern Irish accent, and obviously I can hear the Northern Irish accent in there. Like the International Irish Business Network is amazing, and obviously out in the States it's phenomenal. So like obviously there'll be great potential for you, obviously, like hooking into that ecosystem as well. Starticus did some stuff just before lockdown in New York, and the Irish kind of connections that were made, us taking someone out who was Irish to New York, was just insane.
So there's going to take you up on that now.
100% potential. Like obviously, what's your call to action? Like, what do you need right now? How can people help listening into this? What do you need? Obviously, apart from the investment side of things, what else is going on?
Yeah, well, we will very quickly need skill sets in the business. So if there's people out there who want to be involved in a mission-driven business that's looking to improve healthcare all over the world and give opportunities all over the world, we're going to need tech people, we're going to need sales and marketing, we're going to need branding people, we're going to need content creators. So we're going to be looking to hire in the next 6 months. So if there's people who maybe like a mission-driven, focused business and want to come and work for us, connect and we'll see.
And how can they connect with you? Are you on social, LinkedIn, I guess?
Yeah, Continulus, so CONTINULUS. Hashtag Continulus or @Continulus. It's a unique name, so you'll find us if you on Continulus.com, obviously. Or info@continulus.com if you want to email us.
Yep, happy days. And it's just forgive me, it's Eoghan Colgan, Dr. Eoghan Colgan, I should add. So like obviously, what's the last question to ask, obviously, before we sign off? What's the biggest difference, obviously, working in the healthcare sector to now running a tech company? Give us, I mean, there's a lot of firefighting in both, I would probably imagine, but is there anything which is a massive difference that you've kind of, experienced so far?
That's a very hard one to answer. All I would say is they are completely different. And I thought my experience in healthcare, I work in emergency medicine, so I thought I had good under pressure, team working, management, leadership, and I thought I had skills that would serve me well in business, and then I realized that there is a completely different skill set.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about sales and marketing. I didn't know anything about basic business principles. Yeah. So they are completely different. I'm trying to think if anything it crosses over. Patience and hard work probably is the only thing, but actually the day-to-day operations are very, very different.
Well, I mean, obviously I'm guessing there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people don't see in both industries, and like obviously the long hours, the sweat, the kind of potentially waking up in the middle of the night considering something that you might have done correctly or had to improve on next time. that obviously can be transferable across most jobs, to be
Yeah.
fair, but the health service is obviously something that you obviously have to have an innate passion for as well, I'm guessing,
Yeah.
which is a bit like a tech startup as well.
Yeah. I think that work ethic, hard work, and pressure,
Yeah.
and communication. I mean, we work a lot with people as doctors, so maybe
Yeah.
there's a communication skills. Maybe hopefully has helped, but I think they are largely very different, as I have found out, and I'm still trying to navigate. But we're getting there.
Happy days. So like obviously. I'm very much looking forward to seeing where this goes, and obviously we'll have a chat later on as well about the investment piece. Join us if you can at 410 as well, stage 1. 3 decent investors based here in Scotland, and obviously it might well be that they can open up their calendars or obviously even their diaries, and potentially even connections that they've got as well. So join us at 410 as well. We'll be back soon with another Starticus chat at the Upstart Startup Zone at Digital DNA Glasgow. Thank you.